Alright, so that audio and face check passed, so here we are live. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If this is the first time that you're seeing this pretty little face that isn't so little, welcome. My name is Nina, and on this channel I just share a lot of things that I've learned, my experience, my journey, in hopes that it resonates with one of y'all and that it helps someone out there. So today, what are we talking about today? Today, we're talking about writing letters to yourself. I first got into this last year, and I was on Instagram scrolling, and Rupi Kaur, which is one of my favorite authors, she writes these amazing poem books, like Milk and Honey, Homebody, great books. She had this online workshop, because it was in COVID and everything, but anyway, in which we would write a letter for each month of the year. So she would kind of just like give a word like hope or vitality or patience, and just kind of give like a minute or two for us to write a little bit down. We would write 12 of those letters and open them at the beginning of each month. So I'm actually going to read to you one of the letters that I wrote to myself. Give me a moment while I go and find where I put that. So we would write a letter, something short like this. So this one is actually dated February 2022, because when I had attended the workshop, I think I had attended it in the middle of January. So again, like this is like a New Year's type of thing, because we're in January and we're gonna write letters to ourselves for the rest of the year. But if this video falls across your phone or computer or whatever you're watching this on in like March or July or August, keep watching, because I'm going to tell you why it's so important to write a letter to your future self. The word here is hope. So it says, hope is hanging on. It is believing that what we desire will come. It is a little different from faith. Faith, I feel, is a little more certain. Hope keeps us going. Faith is a reassurance that we are going to get there. Wow. So it's been literally like a year since I even wrote this, but I remember exactly when I had written it. There were a couple of times last year also where I was going through some shit, man. I was going through some hard times, and I would like try and contact my friends and hope that they'd say really great encouraging words, and it always seemed like they just didn't know what to say, or whatever they said just wasn't suitable for the moment. Like it just wasn't enough. But then I would remember like, oh shoot, it's October, oh shoot, it's June, and I'm like, I have a letter that I wrote to myself. I can't wait to open it up and read it. Usually what I had read was something that I needed to hear in that moment, something that gave me a little oomph to keep going, something that just made me remember that I can do this, I can go through it. So that's when I realized, like, I am my biggest fan. I am literally my biggest encourager. So no one knows what better advice that I need to hear other than me. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna keep on writing letters to myself and keep on just jotting down how I feel, because I can always go back to it. And if I can read something really encouraging for myself, and I wrote it for a time where I probably was really down, like, it'll give me more encouragement than anyone could ever think of, because I know exactly what I need to hear. That is why I recommend writing a letter to your future self. So I put in an envelope because we're official with these letters, okay? I first started off with writing a full letter. I also had written these, what are they called? 5 pillars. I had gotten this from like this podcast I was listening to. It was called The Founder's Journal. I don't remember the guy who makes it, but he's great. God damn. Ugh. Don't remember the guy who makes it, but he's awesome. But here are my 5 pillars that I want to really focus and hone in on this year. So I have finance, I have health, I have relationships, I have career, I have creativity, and I have spirituality. So in this really in-depth letter that I wrote, in really small, cute handwriting, okay, creating just for myself. So this was like a really long letter that I will continue to just read and go back to make sure that I'm being focused. In that really long letter, as you mention your goals, I highly recommend you also mentioning your why behind them. What is the reason that you want to achieve this goal? So lastly, so I still also wrote 12 different letters for myself for the whole year, okay? And Rupi Kaur's workshop was she would give you a word. What I did this year were 12 affirmations. You know, I believe in divine timing, so I believe that when I read these affirmations in the beginning of each month and I'm able to really hone in on that single affirmation, it'll be exactly when I need to do it. That's how I believe it'll go. Okay, I'll read you some of my favorite ones, and I'll also write in the description box all the 12 affirmations that I put down. One of my favorite affirmation pages on Instagram, and if you're headed on Instagram, you might as well just follow me. My tag handle is Nina the Crab. But one of my favorite affirmation pages on Instagram is Affirmations, and they create these really cool little affirmation posts that have the coolest pictures. I love it so much, and that's where my affirmations actually kind of stem from. But like, here's one of them. I will allow myself to never give up. And I would write a little bit after that, and that's on period. No day is promised, but each day I am given, I am committed to being my best. This is dated actually January 2023, so this is, oh child, that year gonna be different for me. Here's one that is like, let's see what I did for my birthday, July. Being me is a full-time job that I never clock out of. Affirmations, I feel like sometimes when people say affirmations, they're like very like, I don't know, it's just very deep. But sometimes affirmations can be playful, like I'm creative, I am fun, I am the baddest bitch in town. Like those are you affirming things to yourself. But being me is a full-time job that I never clock out of, and I never want to. I love being authentically myself and finding out who that is more and more each day. There is no part of myself that I am ashamed of. Why would I be? I accept all parts of myself. This doesn't mean I don't have work to do, but I will not deny or push down even my ugliest or scariest shadows. I recognize them, deal with them, heal, and keep learning about who I am. The things that you want to affirm to yourself this year might be different from the things that I want to affirm to myself this year. But I, again, will write in the description box below what my 12 affirmations are. But I encourage you to think about the things, like your 5 pillars in life. Like, is health one of them? I feel like those are pretty good 5 pillars, but you might have 5 different pillars. Who knows? So I hope this video was useful for someone out there. I hope this encourages you to write a letter to yourself. I promise you, it is one of the best things that I have ever started doing, because one, I love just getting things in the mail. And even though I'm not like mailing these to myself because I live here and the mailman would be confused, but I love just having a little surprise at the beginning of each month, and it's for me. Like, who knows me better than me? Like, it's the best surprise ever to get. So let me know if this is something that you have already been doing, if this is something that you are going to do. Let me know how this video resonates with any of y'all, and of course, please like this video, give it a thumbs up, because it does help me on this channel. I want to continue to create and get to know y'all, so please thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and comment and share this video with someone who you think will benefit from it. Obviously, it is always peace, love, and light. Obviously, it is always peace, love, and light from me to you. Until next week.